family with the East Valley team. There's an article that was recently posted on azcentral.com written by Catherine Rieger that describes, again, the gloom and doom that is the Phoenix real estate market. It predicts a double dip in that the housing prices are going to be plummeting and we're going to be facing more dark and dreary days ahead. So the article describes how supply is rising and demand is falling and there's just not enough buyers around anymore, and all these houses are just stacking up. I don't think so. My buyer clients are desperate to buy a house. We're going out every single day, looking at house after house, writing contract after contract, facing wind. That's us following my client in the middle of torrential rains to go look at houses. And dogs. And sellers who don't want to show their properties. Every possible obstacle we are trying to overcome so that they can buy a house. These are well-qualified buyers. They're ready to buy. They're not super picky. They're looking in a pretty broad price range, and yet they're coming up empty. My partner Dean and I, we both read the article and said to ourselves, what? And so Dean wrote a response back on azcentral.com. Well, Ronster369 clearly did not agree with Dean, and in fact said you must be a crackhead if you think things are going well in the Phoenix real estate market. What? Ronster, what are you talking about? Well, Ronster writes back and says, hey, check out my zip code, 85006, if you think things are going well. You gotta be insane. Which I did. I looked up 85006 to see what the activity is there. That particular zip code is an older part of central Phoenix. It's probably one of the more distressed areas in the entire valley. And you know what? I gotta agree with Ronster369. If you are living in 85006 and using that to define what the Phoenix real estate market is, oh my gosh, it looks terrible. There is a house that's been on the market there in 85006, Ronster369 stopping ground. That house has been on the market for 1,181 days. It's way overpriced. It's a 900 square foot fixer-upper, not a short sale, not a bank-owned property, just some guy, I guess, who's got nothing better to do than market a property for more than 3 years. Okay, Ronster369, I see your point. But if you step back a little bit and you look at things from a little broader perspective, I think you'll see that things aren't as bad as they are in 85006 throughout the entire valley. There's definitely parts of the valley that are pretty hot right now, where a nice property at the right price sells in a matter of days. I mean, you can talk to any one of my buyer clients and they're going to think Ronster369 is the one who's on crack because they're putting in offer after offer and coming up short every time. So it just goes to show you, it just all depends on your point of view. That's the real key here. And if your point of view is based on statistics, just numbers, you're probably kind of clueless, to be honest with you. You really got to look at each individual neighborhood and see what's going on and use some common sense. I mean, come on, use some common sense. Ronster369, my suggestion to you is that you may want to move out of it, get into a different area besides 85006. You might find some nicer parts of Phoenix are more appealing. So I would really love to hear what's happening in your zip code. Shoot me an email or leave me a comment below. You can reach me at Kristen at eastvalleyteam.com. I'd love to hear from you. Make it a great day.